Go ahead, sir.
Hello?
Hello.
Mr. Hager?
Yes, it's Joe Hager.
Joe, is your father the one that makes clothes?
Yes, sir.
We're going to Johnsonville for Christmas with my parents. Is it named after
Joe
Lyndon
made
Johnson?
me some
Yes.
real lightweight slacks that he just made up on his own. Sent to me 3 or 4 months ago. It's a kind of a light brown and a light green, rather soft green and soft brown. And they're real lightweight. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear. I want a couple, maybe 3 of the light brown, kind of a almost powder color, like powder on a lady's face. Then there was some green, and then maybe some other light pair. If you had a blue in that or black, I'd have 1 blue and 1 black. I need about 6 pairs to wear around in the evening when I come in from work. And I need they're about a 1/2 inch too tight in the waist.
Do you recall the exact size? I just wanted to be sure we get them right for you.
No, I don't know. You all just guessed at them, I think, son, but wouldn't you have the measurements there?
We'll find them for you.
He
I
sounds
can
like
send you a pair.
everyone's
I want them
great-grandfather that I
1/2 inch
know.
larger in the waist than they were before, except I want 2 or 3 inches of stuff left back in there so I can take them up. I vary 10 to 15 pounds a month. So leave me at least 2.5 to 3 inches in the back where I can let them out or take them up, and make these a 1/2 inch bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least 1 inch longer. My money and my knife and everything fall out. Wait just a minute.
the president's carrying money and a knife around.
Yeah, that's how he did it in the '60s.
Yeah.
No, he don't want anybody to see how much money he's got or what kind of knife he's carrying.
Yeah.
God damn it!
When he comes in from work at the end of the day.
Now,
Yeah.
the pockets, when you sit down in the chair, the knife and your money comes out. So I need it at least another inch in the pockets. Yeah. Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So leave me, you never do have much margin there. But see if you can't leave me about 1 inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole. So I can let it out there if I need to. Now, be sure you got the best zippers in them. These are good that I have. And if you
getting
get
real
those to me,
excited.
I
He's
would
out of
sure
breath.
be grateful.
Fucking love his pants.
He might be getting a blowjob while he's talking to him.
That's a good point.
He
Yeah.
says he swore up and down that he had more women than Kennedy ever did.
They're all afraid of him after they
Yeah.
killed Kennedy. They're like, we better suck this guy's dick.
Who rides wire fences?
Yeah.
They cut my nutsack.
He knows
like I
all
ride
about
a
it.
wire fence.
He knows all about it.
You shouldn't be doing that to know what that's
No.
like.
Yeah.
It's like sitting on barbed wire again.
He's like, that's like slicing up your taint with razor blades.
It's like I'm
Feels
trying
just
to
like that.
get over the Rio Grande.
Yeah, that was the best part. Was when he says, "Where your nuts hang
Where
and
your
back
nuts-
around to your bunghole."
bunghole.
And he belches in the middle of it. That was the only Texas president that we've ever had. Because George W. Bush was born in Connecticut. Damn it, he was not.
What a homo.
And that's public
Texan.
domain now. Has all the White House calls have been recorded for posterity or something? How
Oh,
do we
yeah.
get that?
I
How
mean,
come we
it's-
don't have all the Clinton calls? Is
it's
what I
fr-
want to know.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
it's from the LBJ Presidential Library, so it's from the one here, right?
They just send some
Yeah.
girls over to suck my dick.
Yeah.
Just a brunette, just one brunette would be nice. But I really appreciate it.
I want a cigar, too, for
I
a
want her
butthole
to-
this time.
Yeah, from the
I
bunghole.
want her to
bunghole.
treat me like I'm riding a wire fence on her vagina. I want her to lick my nutsack, where my nuts hang. You guys were talking about pupusas last time.
Oh, yeah.
What about arepas?
I like her.
Arepas.
What are arepas? Arepas?
Seems like a good dish to go together.
Yeah, yeah.
Some pupusas and some arepas. The LBJ goes into the Mexican. Hey, I want some arepas.
I want some
I heard y'all
arepas.
had some good pupusas. I'll vary about 15 pounds over the summer because I've eaten all the
'Cause all
pupusas
those
and
are
arepas.
Dude, speaking of eating things that are Mexican sounding, I went to the goddamn Moreno's. It
Oh, yeah.
Oh man!
Finally.
I finally went there. It was fucking great.
Yeah, I think just the brisket sandwich is probably like if you go and get that, then you're good. Like
Me and Jacob each got, so we got a 2-meat plate.
Yeah.
And we got the pork belly and the brisket. It was it was fucking great.
I think it's their damn macaroni and cheese is like $7 though.
It is. It's
Their burger is so good. It's a shame. You got to go get a burger on like your 5th try though. After everything else,
Yeah,
it's a
you gotta
shame
try
to
all the
get a
other
burger
ones.
from there.
Yeah.
But Mexicans make burgers better than white.
Yeah, dude. Mexicans make a good burger.
Hamburguesas. Yeah.
Honestly, every hamburger you've ever eaten out has been made by a Mexican.
Yeah.
So. Even
Korean burgers.
The what?
Even Korean burgers
Even
are made in the back by a Mexican dude.
Every food is Mexican food.
We were sitting by the fire, and the first cold night last week, my wife had her feet up, and then she moved one of her legs over. She was like, "Oh, that's good." And I was like, "Don't cook your cooter. Don't singe your snatch. Careful, don't saute your. Don't lacerate your lady bits." I could not stop all night. She was like, "Are you stuck in a brain loop with this?" And I was like, "Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't fricassee your
Can't burn
fallopian
your vagina.
tubes. I baked your vagina." Very good.
Hey.
Good job, Josh.
Hey. How far in are we?
Hey, no, she was out of bed for that.
Oh, she was out of bed.
Yeah, you can't have a fire in bed.
Hey,
But
that's
until
not
I
true.
get there
That's not true.
with where my nuts hang.
You could have a fire, but that was a very long clap.
I know. That was for our Audrey Scott episode
The
where I had the studio audience or whatever.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I couldn't find it. I needed to figure out a way to cut that down, but it was like last minute.
Yeah, I feel like you need to have a long clap and a short clap.
Yeah, yeah. I had one that was like 3 or 4 people clapping for Heath.
I got a temp gun. You ever play with those? The laser thing?
Oh,
You
like
point
a
it at anything, and it's
yeah. I haven't played with one.
It's for me to check my mufflers, which one's blocked, because I have a catalytic converter issue. But I got it, and Adrian was like, I was like, "Can you use it to check your temperature?" And he was like, "Well, you got to give it to someone else and then turn over and spread your cheeks, and they can point it at your butthole." And I was like, "Why can't you just go in the mirror and point it in your own throat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does everything have to be about
A
you
pH.
and my butthole,
Yeah.
Adrian? Leave me alone."
Is it about you and him and your butthole? Is there a lot about that?
Oh, he gets drunk, and since we're at his house, he likes to swing his balls around a little bit and be gay. And I'm like, whatever, little guy, you go ahead.
Is
Go ahead and have fun.
Are those two still apart? I have no idea about any of this.
Yes.
Stuff. Okay.
That's still the only source of pussy he can imagine, besides going out and getting some. So he keeps going back to like maybe I can go to Oregon and get some weed from
From mama.
somebody's.
From someone's mama.
Donnie and I supported local comedy so
We were
hard.
the only ones. Well, there's us, and there was a random couple.
Where was this?
It was Delilah's. Eric had his first little showcase.
It was a $10 cover, and he made $40.
Oh man.
So they learned all 4 crowds' names. The comedians were, I saw some acts that I hadn't seen. I feel like I've seen everybody's act here going to open mics, and I saw some new people.
Nice.
I'm not saying they were good.
I was gonna say, was it worth seeing?
They were okay.
It was fun for Donnie because I had to pee so bad on the way home that he had to pull over on Manassas over here.
Yeah.
I
He
had
had
to go
to
pee
run-
in
he had
someone's
to
yard.
Run into somebody's yard.
I've never had to pee that bad in my life. I was hallucinating. I was
like,
smelling
really?
colors. I was like, I'm going to make it. And then we stopped at Stasny, and I thought it was William Cannon.
Yeah.
And then we came up to William Cannon, and I saw the bowling alley, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm not going to make it. I thought we already passed this."
And all of the traffic lights were just being like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
you gotta
like
pee.
staying red the
Fuck
whole
you.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I
he
was-
jumps and runs out, and while he's gone, I'm sitting there just thinking to myself, "Did you guys hear what happened to Josh? He had to pee in somebody's yard, and they shot him, and he's dead."
I started running, and I heard you laughing because I was trying to not pee, so I was running I was running a little bow-legged
Yeah. Yeah.
with where my nuts hang.
Man, you're lucky that someone didn't stand their ground. Just fucking blow you away in their yard.
There's a woman at work with a nut allergy, and so there's also a new supervisor. So she announced, we're having a potluck, but make sure we have a no nut policy. And she said it kind of like no nut November, like she
Oh, right.
like she put the el acento en el segundo adjetivo. I was like, no nut. You just say someone has a nut allergy. You don't
Yeah.
have to say no nut potluck.
Right.
It
No
sounds
nut-
like
no
a
nut-
certain month of the year where we grow our mustaches out.
No nut potluck just also doesn't sound appetizing, actually. There's just something about no nut.
If I'm going to a potluck, I'm trying to get a nut.
I'm trying to get a nut. God damn it. I mean, I don't necessarily want a nut, but like I just don't want them to be banned from the potluck.
Yeah, I don't want a no nut.
Right.
I'm already doing no nut November. Why do I got to go to a no nut potluck? I'm doing no shaving. I'm growing my hair out for cancer.
What the fuck?
The nut allergy people really test the bounds of like social graces, don't they?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because like it's the worst thing in the world for you to like complain about it. You
Right.
know, you have to be completely. But it's like everybody
Yeah.
agrees. Like subconsciously, they're like, "Fuck people with nut allergies."
Well, I bring trail mix to work so that I can.
I can't have a goddamn peanut
Yeah.
Yeah.
400 feet away from you. Come on.
Yeah.
I eat trail mix all day at work. Just keep from like going to a restaurant and being a fat fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna eat my snack at my desk all day. I'll eat dinner when I get home. Skip these. This is the only time I can control my diet is when I'm away from home. Because
Right.
at home there's fucking gravy everywhere.
Right. Oh, is there gravy there right now? Can we?
There's probably and we can scrape some off the bottom of one of the pans in the fridge and heat it up and put some biscuits in there if you want.
I mean, of course, we should do everything we can to protect people with nut allergies,
retarded.
right? Like we should do everything we
Yeah.
can.
But maybe they
but
should just
maybe,
die. Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe if you
Yeah.
can't tolerate being within 50 feet of a fucking nut, you don't deserve to live.
Hey, Louis C.K. got here 15 years before us. I mean, that was about how long ago it was. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It was maybe about 10 years ago. But,
Oh, dude, that fucking bit just
yeah.
I was.
My son was telling me they got in trouble in the cafeteria for shaking up cans of Izzy and spraying them all over each other and everything.
What's Izzy?
This soda, sparkling water.
Okay.
It's good. It's this in these little skinny cans. Izza, Izze.
Is it
Yeah.
any better than any other
Yes.
Spark? It is.
It's really good.
Is
The
it?
flavors are good. Like it's like there's gummies and then there's those fancy gummies,
Yeah.
Almodovar, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
I
that.
like Haribo personally. Maybe I'm a basic bitch, but at work last week, someone bought those Haribo Coke bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fucking
Classic.
delicious. I mean, they're like they're disgusting, but they're also really good.
How they're made of horse hooves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is glue. So
Yeah.
The glue puts together everything that you use.
Right, and it tastes delicious
So
too.
don't
So
try
fuck
to
off.
act like you don't eat or use horse hoof stuff. Shitting out horse hooves all day long.
Wait, are people opposed to the usage of horse hooves, or are they opposed to
Those
consuming
horses
them?
were getting abused their whole life anyway. It was a sweet silence of death.
Oh,
They
yeah,
put
but
them
no-
down after being on the racetrack their whole life.
But
They're
anytime
happy to be glue.
anytime I've invoked the horse hooves thing, it's not because I'm opposed to horses being abused. It's because I'm personally opposed to consuming horse hooves.
I don't want to worry about it. I mean, there's pig buttholes in hot dogs too. I don't.
No.
That makes me want a hot dog real bad.
All this talk about assholes really makes me want to have a hot dog.
But yeah, my kid was telling me they got in trouble in the cafeteria for spraying Coke, and I was like, "That's the funnest thing I remember about being your age when I was 12 is getting in
Food
trouble
fighting.
in
Yeah.
the cafeteria." I
Yeah.
mean, I got in the most trouble I've ever been in. It was in junior high. Like the assistant principal knew my name.
Wait, didn't you go to jail for the paraphernalia or something?
Yeah. No, in school, like getting in
Oh,
trouble in school.
I just feel like that
Not in the real
oh.
world. I didn't learn anything from getting in trouble in school. I continued to get in trouble
Yeah.
in the real world.
Yeah.
No, I definitely learned some shit from getting in trouble at school. It's like I'm always going to be the one that gets in trouble and gets blamed,
Yeah.
no matter how many other people. If I am 2% responsible and other people combined are 98% responsible, it's still always my fault. And I'm somehow the only one who ever gets in trouble
Yeah.
for it.
You got a
Yeah.
rat. There's
Yeah.
a rat in your
Yeah.
operation.
Yeah. No,
Somebody's
dude.
talking.
I felt the same. I feel the same way. Like I've watched so many homeless dudes drop their pants and take a dump on the street. I swear to Christ, if I even
I was searching all day and I finally found him.
no,
It took me a while.
no,
I was
dude.
driving around all day looking for some butthole
No, dude,
to point my temperature gun at.
In San Francisco,
I want to know the temperature of your duties.
I want to know. I want to know that shit temperature. In San
Oh, San
Francisco, there's
Francisco's a
people
fucking nightmare.
shitting all over the street all the time. I'm watching them do it. I swear to Christ, I
It's like
watch
India.
Yeah, I watch several people a day shit on the street. If I even attempted to take a leak,
Yeah.
like way off the
You're a
street,
sex pest.
All of a sudden, you're
I
in
would be-
jail.
I would be
yeah,
in
you're
prison.
charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your white entitlement now, God?
Yeah.
What was the most in trouble you got in school? Did you ever get suspended or expelled or anything? Or detention? Did you have to stay after?
not really.
You didn't cut up?
I got in trouble in elementary school, but in high school I was pretty good.
Did you get a superlative? Most likely to blow dudes?
No, I was, dude. I was like what's the guy in the Not Seen, Not Heard brother in Arrested Development? Buster, where
Yeah.
where the kids go to be not seen and not heard.
Yeah.
I was basically like that. I was not seen or heard
Your
in high
personality blossomed after school. What about you, Donnie? Did you get in trouble in school?
In high school, I got basically like interventioned by the campus police and my parents because of some fucking creative writing that I did.
school. Oh,
I was like, I was like hardcore English. I was like, I'm gonna be a writer, all that stuff, and I was writing like kind of like a murder mystery story, and I was sending chapters from it to my to a girl that I liked, and she basically got convinced to
she
turn
red
it.
flagged a lot.
Yeah, she got convinced to turn it into one of our tell one
Because
of our
men are
teachers about
dangerous.
it.
All men are dangerous murderers.
Dude, she saw something and then she said something.
Yeah, right. No, she was convinced
9/11
by
dude.
other people. That's, like I said, even if I'm 2% responsible,
Yeah.
other people are going to make sure that the consequences are
You're
as
like,
bad
bitch,
as possible.
this
for
is
me.
a creative writing
Yeah.
class. Okay, so what happened?
So I got called in, and they basically acted like I was going to shoot up the school.
They were like N-word, retard, or
Yeah.
faggot. Pick two. You can't put all three in your creative writing.
And I just said, you are all retards. You are all stupid.
Yeah.
You are all stupid.
Yeah.
And I
Guess I'm not supposed to be creative.
I didn't really
It's my bad.
I didn't get in trouble for it. And I
Fucked a girl in gym too because I was trying to get a physical education. I was like, well, why don't you call the classes something else?
and then for a year, I mean, to this day, there are some people that I have still not let live that down. Like my parents, I was like, why did you even entertain this idea?
Is that why you haven't traveled anywhere? Because you're on the no-fly list?
I don't know. I don't know if there was any records of this, but like basically they sat me down in a counselor's office with the cop, and they were like, "Look at these things that you've written." I'm like, "Yeah, people get murdered in murder stories."
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
you want me to look at what I wrote?
Yeah.
I know what I
Yeah, I
fucking
know
said.
what I wrote.
Yeah. I was like, and
You
I'm
look
like,
at it.
and
Yeah.
basically I was like, if I ever sell a manuscript, I am putting in the forward from the author that all of you are fucking Like I tore into them. I didn't let my parents forget about it for like
The entire
a year or
prologue
two.
is going to be a
They were like,
manifesto
yeah.
of death.
He's like-
Anyway, chapter 1.
yeah, it's like you brought
And
this
another
about. Look what you did. Look what you did. And like, yeah, I didn't talk to that girl for like
Chapter
2
1 of
years.
the
Like,
rape
I
fantasy
literally like froze her out. Like I didn't
Yeah.
like I would not acknowledge her presence. I was like, fine, if this is what you want, you stupid,
She flicked her
And,
bean to your weird story for 2 years.
Yeah.
And she missed you.
And so yeah, then that definitely drove it home. I was like, oh, okay, so yeah.
Did you get
I'm
suspended or
always
expelled? Or
I didn't
just-
get in any trouble after that because I
They were just
basically was
worried
able-
about you,
stood your
Donnie.
ground.
I was able to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
You're like, by calling everyone a fucking retard
Yeah.
and freezing them out, like,
Yeah.
like
Just say the
relentlessly.
principal's a faggot
Yeah.
and you'll stay out of all that trouble.
Well, because then we were the 2 years after that, I had an actual creative writing class with that same teacher that turned me in,
Oh.
and instead of like cool, dark, scream, murder, kind of stories, I started writing really, really satirical stories that
Nice.
also like made fun of like certain people and and
Do
had
you,
certain characters
The Onion
and
before
I
the
and
Onion.
I became like that's how I got laid the first time
Oh,
is
nice.
because I was in a
Nice.
creative writing
Yeah.
class and I made the chicks laugh enough that they were like, I like him.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's cool that a girl
yeah.
gave you a pussy for your 18th birthday.
yeah.
That's my milestone was I got laid Valentine's 2000 and you got it on your 18th birthday. That's kind of better.
You think it's better? I think it's.
Well, because she did a whole like
Oh.
she presented herself to him like
She presented like a
you
fucking
get to have
baboon.
the-
or
I
what?
don't know. This is my fantasy. Leave me alone. This is my Donnie sexual fantasy.
Hey, when I jerk off thinking about Donnie getting laid for the first time, this is what I picture. Okay,
Donnie's
Don't-
just a blur.
Don't take
Yeah.
that
Just
from
an
me.
17-year-old, 18-year-old.
don't take that from
What
me.
hour of the day were you born?
I'm the white porn star's dick that you put your own like personality into when you're
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. Yeah, for
we were talking
sure.
about that with
Yeah.
Heath. He's got a joke where he's like, all the porn that he gets recommended, it really takes him out of it because the dicks are too big and he can't pretend that it's his dick.
This was filmed with a fisheye lens.
I like that. Yeah.
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 Use a regular lens. You know how
That's not real.
kids tell their stepdad, "You're not my real dad."
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if the stepdad just kept that for later, and when he was trying to explain something, he was like, "Whatever, don't listen to me. I'm not your real dad.
Yeah.
You're not even my real son."
Yeah.
I wonder if they've ever done the Uno reversal. on
Yeah.
the kid.
Oh, you're not my real son.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
That's
fucking
so much
care.
worse.
I'm sure.
That's so much worse than the kid
Crushing.
going, "You're not my real dad." It's the stepdad who's
Yeah.
like taking care of you and been your father figure going, "You're
Yeah.
not my real son."
Yeah,
That's worse.
yeah.
That's like the ending of fucking There Will Be Blood, where it's like, "You're a bastard from a basket."
I'm trying to fucking help you, but you don't ever listen anyway. Whatever. You're not my real kid.
I would be
Fucking
like,
do what you
well,
want.
you're not
You're
eating
gonna-
real dinner tonight. Like, you can go sleep in a non-real house, you fucking
live with
idiot.
your-
Get out of here.
Fake allowance that you're going to get in Monopoly money.
There's a lot of things about this that could be not real, you
Yeah.
little fucker.
Well, your dad was mean. Everybody's dad was mean.
Yeah.
That's something we all have in common of our generation.
Yeah.
And they always say they were doing it because the world is mean, and I'm trying to prepare you for the real world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the most egomaniacal thing. That's like Guardians of the Galaxy too. Like, I'm the world. I'm your father, and I want you to learn about the world because I'm going to be like the world.
I don't know, Josh. I employ that method in my house.
Yeah.
I wanted my kids to be afraid of me.
Well, it's semi-reasonable. Like,
Yeah.
your perception of authority and systems being in place in society
Yeah.
in your home is going to be the father.
Right.
So he is kind of supposed to show you what it is to be out in the world.
The cruel world. Yeah.
So you can go, yeah, it's going to be fucked up. That's why I'm beating the shit out of you right now.
I mean, I think there's something in between what we lived and and what a lot of kids are living now. But like, I don't know, man. Sometimes people tell me shit about like the way they're doing stuff with their kids, and I'm like, your kid doesn't respect you.
Yeah.
Like they don't think that you can like fucking do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's,
Like,
there always needs to be that underlying threat of violence.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that underlying,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
like I have control over you.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that. Yeah. I told Jacob when
You want to get a little biblical with them every once in
Yeah.
a while, right?
Yeah, but you
It's
still
or at least have that like behind, like that's the one of the best things about like religion and especially Christian religion is there is that underlying threat of, if God tells me to kill you, I'm going to march you to the top of a mountain and I'm going to cut your throat because he said so.
Exactly.
He's
Will of the
my
Lord.
dad.
Yeah.
And so you know what? That's what dads do to their kids.
The suffering
Yeah.
rolls
Yeah.
downhill.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
shit suffering rolls downhill.
It started with God and Jacob or Abraham.
And now I'm going to shit in your mouth,
and
son.
yeah.
And you can shit in your own son's mouth whenever
Someday
you.
you'll be grown up if I don't kill you first and shit in your kid's mouth.
Oh yeah. But the kids told me recently, they're like, Dad, we were really afraid of you when we were little. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Should be afraid of bigger things.
Yeah,
That
you
could
should
kill
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're smart. There's
Yeah.
bears, tigers, dad,
Right. You should be afraid of all
grown
those.
men.
Right.
Things are going to hurt you.
Yeah. Kristen was like, "What about me?" And they're like, "No, we weren't afraid of you." And she,
Why do you think that every single kid in existence would rather be spanked by their mom than by their dad?
right?
I was scared that
I mean,
my mom was
my dad, like, that hurt. That
Yeah.
was manly strength behind those
Yeah.
swats.
And he would add an extra one.
our-
I thought we were supposed to get 10. Why is there 11?
and a woman's always gonna pull her punches with her kid.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, "Oh, Mom, give me the spanking."
yeah.
I was scared my mom was going to cry, but then she cried so often. I was like, oh, here come the fucking waterworks
Yeah.
again.
Oh yeah.
I must be in a Jewish family.
Oh man, I've been dealing with some crying at home lately. Today, so Jacob he had to go somewhere, and he has to text when he gets places.
Then you cried.
I didn't cry.
Shut up!
Well, I'm not crying.
Your guys' onions in here. It rained on my face.
He's making a lasagna.
Yeah. So it's like the time that he's supposed to be at the place he's supposed to be, and Kristen's like, he hasn't texted. He hasn't texted. I'm like, honey, he's fine. And she's like, but he always texts us. He doesn't. I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm like, Kristen, God, for fuck's sake. I'm like,
Menopause.
I mean, it's something.
It's coming, right?
She's
Coming for all of us.
It's coming for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about the dad thing that's epic and like coat of arms and legacy. Like they have to. You can't do anything about it. It's there.
Right.
It's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
Every kid looks at their father like this is a Superman, Indiana Jones hero.
Yeah. Until they realize that you're just a fucking piece of shit, and then they're like, okay, I could actually.
Yeah, the sooner they can figure it out, the better.
Yeah.
I remember I realized that when I was about 14 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad started yelling at me about how Final Fantasy was devil worship.
Oh God.
And I go, "Oh, you're just a retard."
Oh, you just don't want to buy a Super NES. You just don't want to spend $300. I see
Yeah.
where this is coming from.
Dude.
I work at your fucking accounting firm. I know you have $300.
Yeah.
I'm 15.
Yeah.
Stop lying. My daughter wanted to get a tattoo when she was old enough.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the laws. She's always told me, I want to get a tattoo. And will you get one with me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get an ivy leaf right here or something.
Yeah.
For pussies, I'll get a gay thing like you on your shoulder.
Yeah.
But then she wimped out recently. She was like, no, I don't want to. It hurts.
Yeah.
And because she's a lesbian, I was like, you know what I always say? If I want to pay somebody to hurt me, I'll get a girlfriend. You should just get a girlfriend. Pay her to hurt you. Then I was like, I'll still get a tattoo. I'm going to get a tattoos of extra wrinkles on my balls next to the existing wrinkles.
That
Just
would
match existing patterns.
That would look great.
Yeah.
Hey, she's a lesbian.
I don't know.
What percent sure are you of that in the long run?
Your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 26.
No.
So who even really are you?
Right.
She has gone on walks with boys.
Yeah. Some Donnie's seen her. She walks by.
Yeah, she walks by my house. I take a picture of her from my window and I text it to Josh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like the eyes of the neighborhood.
Donnie's,
The neighborhood watch.
Donnie's a
Yeah.
Christian mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
dude, Christian mothers. Yeah.
Making sure she's not doing anything immoral.
You know what though? I liked that in the old days. Like I
Yeah.
remember my mom dropped me off.
No,
at,
that was rad. You sent that picture. Kristen was pumped as fuck. She was like, "We got a network.
Yeah.
It takes a village.
It takes a yeah. It does take a village.
No child left behind."
Yeah.
My mom would drop me off at people's house and she'd be like, I remember her doing this. She'd drop me off and she'd be like, okay, Kathy, here he is. I'll come get him at 6. And if you need to spank him, go ahead. It's like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah.
If you need to rape him, go ahead.
Yeah.
He's gonna learn.
He's going to learn one way or the other.
Well, then my wife noticed there was 2 books missing from her bookshelf. It was Joy of Sex and Raggedy Ann.
Wow, what a combo.
Didn't you say somebody here said they had a Raggedy Ann fantasy?
I told you about the first image generation I tried to do. I said, like,
Yes.
have Raggedy and
Get
pray-
stuffed by Chris's penis.
praying in a prayer in a Catholic prayer position, shaking a invisible salt shaker on her tongue. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
to create a picture of Muhammad on the ground with the salt.
Oh, you just got a follow against you for
We
saying
had
that.
62 people download our episodes in Iran last week.
We had one person in Iran download every episode.
Yeah,
So I
we have a
texted
fatwa.
Josh and I was like, "Do we have a fatwa against this?
Fatwa?
Dude.
With Larry David?
Yeah,
You know?
Larry, yeah.
Are you? I know you're allowed to draw a picture of Muhammad, but are you allowed to talk about and joke about drawing pictures of Muhammad?
I'm pretty sure you can't.
I didn't do anything. I just hashtag satire.
Well, people who draw pictures of Muhammad didn't do anything either. Those fucking crazy bastards.
So I was burning
Kill you.
time before the Verizon store opened to pay my phone bill, and I was walking around Kohl's. Have you ever been into a Kohl's?
Kohl's?
Yeah,
Like the clothes store?
yeah.
What did you call it? Kohl's?
Kohl's.
Kohl's.
You know, ever been to Kohl's?
It's not like a German dish. It's,
Kohl's.
Have you had a Kohl's?
It's delicious.
How's the Wiener Schnitzel and the Kohl's?
They have
the Vanish. That's
French fry holders for your car.
Oh, yeah. They have that kitschy, like...
Oh, yeah.
Fat fuck Texas thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah.
So you immediately bought one.
Yeah.
Did you buy one?
Hell yeah, Trump's America, baby. This is how I celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm getting a fucking French fry holder. I'm going to feed them to RFK Jr. and make them eat them.
Oh, have you heard from your political
Oh
friend?
my god, dude. Oh fuck. I haven't seen you guys.
walls
So
of
much
text.
shit has
Yeah,
happened.
from our political friend, from
Oh.
our commentator.
Oh dude, it got so crazy. So I talked to her on the phone.
Yeah.
I-
You finally
Stop
actually-
texting.
Yeah, so I was like,
Please,
hey,
God.
Okay, so the friend that we were talking about
Yeah.
on Chris's last episode post election, who was really struggling with how to move forward with thinking about it from here, has been texting Chris these long novels of like just trying to figure out how a girl boss could lose the election.
You showed
Yeah.
them to me, and it looked like she was trying
Yeah.
to get you to understand how rad dudes are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
keep saying how rad we are?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Just please stop. I
You
already
guys keep
fucking know.
running everything
Yeah.
and being awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, by the
Oh,
way, I was
sorry.
thinking about your joke the other day, and as like it goes pretty good as like a 2-sentence joke, which is, So about 10 years ago, women decide to pick a fight with white men.
Yeah.
like start a war with white men and how horrible they were. They started a war with the people who have won all the wars ever. Is it any surprise that Donald Trump got elected against women twice?
Yeah.
You picked a fight against the guys who always win.
Right. If you're batting 1,000,
Yeah.
the pitcher's not gonna. They're not getting anything past you. That's it.
There's no curveball here.
There's no
ladies.
curveball.
Yeah.
This is straight down the middle kind of shit.
So our friend texts you, and you say, "I
Yeah.
don't want to talk about this over the phone. I don't want to talk about this over the phone."
Yes.
So finally, you agree to just get on a phone call and talk these ideas that she has over.
yeah.
And that's the last I heard
Yes.
from you.
Okay. Yes. So what happened? Okay. So we get on the phone, and she's like, "I want to like lay this out for you.
Yeah.
Like America, like Donald Trump created the job description, and he's the daddy, and America needs a daddy." And I was like,
Sounds like you need a daddy.
I was like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
right now? So she like goes on and on for like 6 minutes about like, I've read these gender studies, I blah 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 blah, all this, that, and the other thing. And finally, after like 6 minutes, I'm like, okay, can I jump in and like respond to some of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking
Let's play a game.
let's fucking play
Patty
this
cake.
thing. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
it requires 2 sets of hands to
yeah.
play patty cake.
Or you could play handy cake. You could play like masturbatory patty cake.
Yeah,
you know, whatever
yeah.
whatever you need to do. So anyway, she fucking lays out this whole thing about like how misogynistic everyone is and how she experiences it every day in the
Yeah,
workplace.
it's sin. It's everywhere. Sin is everywhere. We live in a fallen world. Anyway.
It's dangerous to walk
Yeah.
out your door.
Yeah.
So she's going on and on about all this stuff. By the way, like this person isn't like unsuccessful. This person's very
Yeah.
successful. They've done very
She's definitely she's in the girl boss archetype. You know, the AWFL type, like the
Yeah.
affluent white female liberal.
Yeah, exactly.
Gen Z boss in a minute.
Yeah,
Gen Z boss
like
in a
that.
minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So yeah, so she's going on, and I'm like, look, dude, I don't disagree with you. Yeah, guys are misogynistic. Some women are misogynistic. Some people are racist. Some people have more privilege than others. I'm like, but what are we going to do about it? I'm like, the only thing we can do is all the stuff I've already done.
Yeah.
I've enabled my daughter to do anything she wants to do. I have mentored women at work, and
We
like,
made abortion legal for like 30 years.
I mean,
You're welcome.
I voted for the woman both
Yeah.
times. Like,
Yeah.
I've done everything that you
As
would.
a novelty, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
When they get a turn.
Yeah.
And because I have a daughter and I wanted to
and
wake
because
up
I
in the morning
didn't get
and
in a
go,
fight with my
"Yay."
wife
Yeah.
that day, because if I did, I would have voted for him. But it's fine.
It's a novelty vote. Still a vote.
What
but it
did I
wasn't-
say before all of this? I said if Donald Trump wins, so many guys that did nothing wrong, that did everything the women wanted them to, are going to get it taken out on them.
You're fucking Nostradamus, man.
You're hearing what I'm saying, but
That's
you're
what
not
happened the
listening.
first time.
So she's like, Do you know what happened the other day? She's like, I was at a trivia night at a bar, and there was a trivia team, and their name was "Come All Over Her Face."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and what?
Yeah.
Like, who fucking cares,
Right.
man? Like, is this really the thing? Is
You
that
not
the
seen
thing?
Married with Children, The Simpsons? There's a ton of TV shows about how men are dumb.
Right.
That's been a thing, and we're not all mad about it. We're like, hell yeah, brother.
I mean, we're
Right.
Some
Yeah.
dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Girls
mean,
can be dumb too.
Right.
Come along with us.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Equal rights.
it has been
Being
the
fucking
safest
stupid.
thing in the world to criticize men, specifically white men,
Yeah.
as long as I have been alive.
Yeah.
Archie Bunker, they made fun of him. That's before I was born. You know,
Yeah.
They made- look at this dumb white man, this dumb, ignorant white
Blundering.
man.
There was no blubbering.
He's
blundering.
racist. He's stupid.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Who's
No-
the dumb girl on the TV?
Well, I mean,
Lucy. I guess Lucy was dumb.
Archie's wife was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, Archie, Edith. Yeah, Archie.
Yeah, but she was
Those
like
are
a
male
moral,
writers.
the moral center of the show,
Yeah.
right?
Those were reasonable male writers. Whenever there's a girl writer, all the women are like, anyway, quantum physics. I'm Ahsoka Tano, and I'm a better Jedi than Anakin. Actually, the best.
We have
Jedi
now
ever.
come to Star Wars
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
So anyway, she's going on, and I'm like, I just
She's just talking like a normal girl.
What
It
is
feels like she's going on and on.
Yeah.
She's doing normal shit.
I'm like, what is it? I don't actually understand. Like, what do you want me to do? She's like, I want you to acknowledge that misogyny played a huge role in this. I'm like, well, I just don't acknowledge that, but it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna vote.
Or
probably.
just acknowledge it and be like, okay, now I fixed everything.
Yeah. Right.
Now what?
Right. What's
Okay.
what's the fucking outcome
it's-
of that?
It's like when they had Black Lives Matter signs, and I was like, yes, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
Stop Chinese
Now we're gonna
hate.
buy mansions in Malibu with all the money we were supposed to give to the black victims.
Stop Asian hate. Okay, I stopped.
So
Right. I'd never hated Asians.
Now
I won't
what?
do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
So
What's
one of
next?
the things that I Googled the other day, because I'm trying to like formulate this, you know,
Yeah.
like everybody's trying to make sense of it or whatever, and so I Googled the term narcissistic collapse, and that's whenever a narcissist finally comes up so hard against reality that the entire thing shatters,
Yeah.
and then they start doing crazy shit. And one of the crazy things is
nervous
hamster wheeling. It's like there's a little hamster in your head running on a wheel, and it's spinning and it's spinning and it's spinning, and you're going, going, just coming up with anything you can. You're just spinning, ideas and narratives and agendas and blah 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 around. And what I kind of realized is that, especially this time, they definitely did it in 2016, but then this time too, a lot of those kind of, let's just say, AWFL, like affluent white female liberals, girl boss wannabe types.
Yeah.
There's there's kind of like a solipsism where like they can't, they only know their mind. They can't like say, oh, maybe somebody else thinks something different or has a different mind than me or whatever.
Yeah.
So they project themselves onto Kamala Harris.
Right.
And she's just like me,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris loses, therefore it's an attack on them personally.
Oh yeah.
This is, and then
Well, everything's
that's when
about
you
them.
start seeing the spinning out and the blah, 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 and kind of the collapse of that whole idea behind it. And I think it's definitely hit that one segment of the population, the steadily I'm with her Democrat voter, female, mostly white.
So Kamala losing was the does this dress make me look fat of politics.
Right.
There's no correct answer.
Right.
We're all going to lose
Right.
now.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, this election was, does this dress make me look fat? The husband says no, and then they go out, and another woman calls her fat. And so she takes it on the husband for saying yes.
Yeah. That's the right. Yeah. That's the perfect metaphor.
But also,
yeah.
I haven't heard as much of like a screaming outcry as what happened the first time, and I think it's because a
all
lot
those
of
women are
we've
8 years
been
older
here
now.
before.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
tired.
Yeah. Well, and young people are conservatives now. That's the rebellion. Like,
Yeah.
Speaking of the broads, I appreciate you taking my call the other week and giving me marriage counseling.
yeah, anytime. Yeah.
I asked some other people what they would do in this situation, and every Hispanic that I work with said,
Hit her.
you don't hit her?
You don't hit her?
No,
Oh, they
you fucking-
really said
yeah.
that. Oh shit.
Beat her ass.
Yeah.
If somebody steals your money in real life,
Right.
you fuck them up. Why does she want equal rights?
You want equal right. If you stole from her, would she hit you?
Well, and then, I had a Mexican dude tell me it's fucking financial infidelity, man. That's an offense tantamount to adultery. You should hit her.
That's a pretty big word.
And then
for a
I found
Hispanic.
out that I've been hitting her in my sleep. She makes this barrier of pillows. And the other day we went out for lunch and she was like, you got me right in the orbital socket last night. And I was like, I don't see a fucking mark. What are you talking about? And she was like, you hit me right here. You're always sleeping violently. What are you dreaming about? And I'm like, probably all the things I worry about during the day.
Yeah.
Like watching the bank account go. Subtraction. So maybe that's why I'm throwing punches in my sleep. I don't know. That's where all the...
Did you institute any of the things that I told you should institute?
Yes.
You did.
We're doing an allowance for everybody. The kids are getting some money. Me and her are getting an even amount of personal funds every paycheck.
Nice. Okay.
So we can all fucking learn to be an adult together. The kids, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I'm going to get them a prepaid card or get them a little bank account or whatever.
Yeah.
It's time. I mean, we got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Get them a fucking bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she can learn along with the children how to be an adult with money.
Adulting 101.
Or my other solution I came up with is I'm going to wear the fucking dresses. I'm just going to take them. I bought them. They're silky. They're nice.
Can you go home and put one on right now?
I mean, I'm
come
going to do
back?
yard work in them and stuff. I'm going to fuck them up.
Dude, can you imagine how much like just you're so brave positive attention you would get if you wanted to
Yeah.
work?
They get
Oh,
big
dude.
booty dresses.
You get a fucking.
Go on to-
you get a promotion.
Yeah.
honestly.
People would be snapping at you
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
don't clap. You know, they would be
Yeah.
snapping
Like,
as
what are
you
your
got off the
pronouns?
elevator.
Dude,
and like, they'd be
Actually,
like,
I have adverbs.
The fucking
so brave,
the-
so brave.
The Imtitude would be like, oh
Hell
shit,
yeah.
this guy. This
He
guy.
might need
doing-
to teach a course.
Yeah,
doing
dude,
relational.
The Imtitude would offer you
very relational
a
of me.
position, position teaching. They're like, come on over to the Imtitude.
Or I was going to tell her that those are now all butt sex dresses. So when she wears them, I get butt sex.
do you
Then
get,
we're square.
do you get some butt sex every now and again?
I'd really rather not.
Yeah, I'd really rather not. It's so funny the places that we'll go, but then the minute that you don't want to have butt sex.
No, I can't
Oh,
imagine the
I thought-
scenario. We eat the same thing. We shit the same. We live together. I wouldn't want my dick up my ass. That's a bad scene. I mean, she doesn't eat as many leftovers as I do. We talked about this last week. I'm getting kink shamed, body shamed by my family for taking gross poops. And I'm like, we all eat the same shit.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm the only one that eats the fucking leftovers.
Yeah.
So I'm eating old microwave food. That's why my shits are worse.
Right.
You're welcome for cleaning the fridge
Yeah.
and helping the environment and save money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody has to fucking be the adult
Bro,
around
I'm
here.
the same. I'm the same way. Kristen, she's like has PTSD for me like snapping at her for like throwing leftovers. Well, don't throw that away. I'm gonna eat that. We don't just throw fucking good food in the trash.
Does everyone in your house have gaydar for things coming out of your butt? Anytime I take a shit, everyone has to do something near the door.
Here's
They're like
why
magnetism.
dude. If I shit anywhere,
Kadar for taking a shit.
if I shit,
Yeah.
if I shit,
There's
in
stuff
that guest
going in and out
bathroom,
of my butt, and everybody's gaydaring it.
I'm not allowed to poop in that bathroom.
Yeah.
In that main bathroom by the kitchen.
Okay, so you get kink shamed in your house too. For
No,
being
no,
body shamed.
no. It's not that. I'm like no
Tell them
one.
you're a sex worker.
None of
and
us
they
are
should be positive.
None of us are allowed to poop there.
Oh, okay.
We all have to go to our own
it's
respective
like
places.
Donnie's kitchen.
Yeah.
Except that my downstairs bathroom area is much smaller than yours.
Yeah.
You have like a vertical space. Like
Tell
the
me more
smell
about your
can go up.
downstairs.
That's
bathroom.
true.
You know, I don't think
Yeah.
your downstairs bathroom is quite as much of in a precarious situation as
Can
mine.
you
is
clip
for
that
taking
where you
a
said,
Yeah.
Chris, my downstairs bathroom area is smaller than yours? He's gonna want that clip. My bathing suit area.
Well,
right
maybe that's
here.
the episode title, my downstairs
My
bathroom area.
downstairs
Dude, I went through the episode titles the other day, and I just counted how many were about dicks
Yeah.
and boobs and vaginas.
Yeah.
And it's most of them.
Right.
Like most of the titles are about like just dicks or
That's why we don't get podcast
sex.
listeners.
Yeah. We
Podcast
have-
listeners are intelligent people with a commute or a gym membership.
Right.
That's where people listen to podcasts.
Right. All this talk about dicks and boobs.
12-year-old
and
boys are
boobs and
our
poops
target demographic.
Yeah.
Don't go to the gym or commute.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
don't listen to.
That's true.
That's why I make clips.
Dude, we
I
should
make
go
1
hang
minute
out.
clips.
We should go hang out at the middle school and like hand out tapes with this.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Posters.
Yeah.
check out our
Condoms.
podcast mix CD.
a
It's
condom.
not music, it's just a bunch of podcast clips. It's like 1 minute long clips that
Check out
Dude,
Josh
Keith's
arranges.
rap.
We should do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
So did you watch that Our Oceans on Netflix, the new nature show? You had it up on your screen. I edited to our Netflix thing. It's like Our Planet or the Green Planet or what's like all those.
No, I
Daily
haven't. Apparently, there's a Planet Earth 3 that I never watched. I don't know, but yeah,
But the
is
new
that-
one
that
is
a new
Our
one?
Planet and Our Oceans, and they're narrated.
Is that
by-
also Richard Attenborough?
No, Obama.
Oh, it's Obama.
God damn, Obama.
Yeah, it's very
David
nice
Attenborough.
listening to. He's a nice orator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks are saying I got my dick in my ass. People
dolphin.
sperm whales.
That was like a
I
mix
like
between
listening to
Obama.
Obama say sperm whales.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, this kind of twinkle in your eye.
Yeah.
It's cool that again, like Tom Hardy and George Lucas and Joe Rogan, you have unlimited resources to do whatever you want. And Tom Hardy was like, "I'm going to make a comic book." You know, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obama was like, "I want to be the next David Attenborough.
Right.
I'm going to narrate nature programs."
Yeah, good for him, man.
It's bank.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure he's making millions of dollars doing that.
So if every
Yeah, him and the Obamas have like like a deal with Netflix. It's like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of deal.
every ex-president
Oh,
gets
whoa.
a Netflix
That,
deal.
they made a movie. They made that movie about the attack. What's the name of that movie? Where like there's like an EMP that knocks out all the technology.
Okay.
oh
and then
yeah,
a boat runs up.
Yes.
Who's it? Ethan Hawke or
Yeah,
somebody's in
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. What is that?
It came out like last year. That's literally Barack Obama's movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think he came up with I don't know. Oh, and it was directed by the guy who did Mr. Robot, Sam Esmail.
Sam Esmail, yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it though. I heard
You never watched Mr. Robot?
No, I watched Mr. Robot.
Oh, okay.
Like I watched.
You didn't
it
watch
as
that
it aired.
movie. Yeah.
I didn't watch that movie because
Dude.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But
So if ex-presidents can get Netflix deals to do nature documentaries, then we're going to have, in 10 years, we love the wasteland.
oh god, yeah.
We love the vault. Everyone loves
I
the
mean,
vault.
he's already he's doing the
Everyone loves the bugbears.
He did it all before his presidency,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he's-
right. Like
Oh, he did the
he really
narration?
it was Leave the World Behind was the name.
Leave
of
the
it.
World Behind. Yeah.
So Ethan Hawke with Mahershala Ali,
I remember
Julia
that,
Roberts.
yeah.
All that. But yeah,
I didn't see it.
So basically, Obama is just kind of taking lessons from Trump on how to monetize himself, I guess.
Folks
Yeah.
are saying I'm ripping off Trump.
Yeah. Except Trump stuff is just so tacky. Have you seen the stuff about the Trump guitar?
No.
So there's going to be a Trump selling like 1,300 guitars for
How are
however.
you going to read the Bible if you believe in rock
and
and
it's
roll?
like, you know, the
What the
body of the
fuck,
guitar
man?
has Trump's face and it says Trump and it's like a American flag and
you
all
can
that
shred his face with your bloody knuckles.
Dude.
stuff. Yeah, but they just got sued. They just got sued for copying the Les Paul body style. So I guess now they can't do them until it goes through the courts on if they have if they have to redesign the Trump guitar.
Once all the laws change
Yeah.
for fucking justice.
Dude.
I'm thinking about saying that my eyes went bad because of the vax, so people will stop listening to me. People listen to me too much, and I'm just going to start making up dumb bullshit so they stop listening.
Dude, Kristen's dad called and told her that he has cancer. He has lung cancer, and they're talking about it. And at the end, he's like, "I just want you to know, I'm pretty sure it's from the COVID vaccine."
Right.
Of course. Hell yeah.
And she was like, after we talked about it, I'm like, of course, I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's bad.
Anything I could blame on old age, I'm just going to blame it on the vax so that I don't feel old.
Right. Or so that you don't feel like you smoked for 45 years,
So
dude.
I don't have to face
You
my
don't-
own mortality
You don't.
or the thought of
You
death.
smoked for 45 years and you think the COVID vaccine?
So he did. He smoked for 45 years, but he
He's-
thinks it's the COVID
He
vaccine.
smoked for 45 years, but his lung cancer,
Yeah.
the lung
Was
cancer.
he smoking Johnson & Johnson cigarettes? They got them Moderna lights. They're good.
Oh man.
We have trans bathrooms at my work now. So now in the men's room, there's a sign not to flush tampons down the toilet. You want a fucking war with dudes?
Yeah.
That's the best way to start a fucking war with white dudes.
Dude.
Put tampon signs in the men's room. You're
Why-
going to have a problem.
Why? What's happening?
It's Pokemon, man. You gotta think about what the rarest Pokemon.
I mean, they're
is.
ready for me to
You
wear
gotta-
those
you have to-
dresses.
You must account for every Pokemon. That's right, dude. You wear a dress.
That's
to
why she
work
got
it.
those dresses, because they have pockets. I can put
Yeah.
all tampons in the pockets and throw them all over the men's room.
Yeah.
Bloody. I'll just punch myself in the nose and stick a tampon up there. Fling them all over the wall.
Dude, ever since the election, I've been having this recurring nightmare where I have to have a surgery, and they're starting the anesthesia, and the surgeon comes in, it's a retard, and I'm like,
Sounds like a great movie.
and I'm like, wait, hang on, can we talk about this? And they're like, what's wrong with you?
When
And
did I
then
talk about it?
and then I'm like, and then I go out,
When did I talk about it?
and it's like,
You don't get upset enough to wake up. When I have fucked up enough dreams, I get mad. I wake up and go, no.
yeah,
I hit my wife. She goes, what's going on? I go, I'm still asleep. Don't worry about
oh
it.
man, that's such a pro move, beating your wife in her sleep.
And she just goes, yeah, I'm sleeping. Faking sleep so you can beat your wife.
I was totally asleep through that whole thing.
I was dreaming that I was protecting the family from assailants. I saved all the
From-
children.
I was protecting the family from people who steal money from the family.
That's what you gotta. Hey, that's what you gotta tell your Hispanic friends. Is like, I found a loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Loophole, dude.
Next time she tries to tell funny stories, he hits
See-
me in his sleep. I'm gonna be like, sleep. Yeah.
That's the difference between that's why white people win the wars, is because we have plausible deniability
Yeah.
where we can be manipulative. Like, oh, I was asleep. Or like,
Yeah.
They're like, I just hit her.
Yeah, I just hit her, man.
Biden's been
been
running
stealing
wars
my
in
money,
his sleep.
man.
Yeah, and that's how the Spanish-American War went.
And that's it.
That's
Dude,
how Biden
that's
ran
it.
the whole presidency, is declaring war in his sleep. He ain't got out of bed or been awake once. There's been 8 wars going on the whole damn time. Thanks, I did that. You know how they have black elves and everybody's mad? Why they keep putting black people on things that aren't, like black Vikings and stuff on shows.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, whatever.
I need there to be a black Goodfellas where they act Italian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're the fucking black mafia.
You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny?
What's up, bitch? I don't know how to do an Italian black
Yeah,
combo.
that'd be hard.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a weird combination.
Yeah. So okay,
I mean,
well,
they all say motherfucker.
that's true.
Motherfucker.
Cock, you fucking cocksucker. But then you have to do it a little more black.
Yeah. Good fellas. What's the
I wonder if you
name
could
for it?
AI that with a voice, like a black voice with an Italian accent.
It's too PC for that.
I don't know. You can maybe do it on Grok. You can do it on Elon Musk's, maybe.
Oh, does he have one?
Oh, yeah. Twitter has Grok.
The Irish manish
Oh,
boy.
I don't know about Grok.
Yeah.
Trying to mix black things
Ir-
in. The Irish manish boy.
Oh,
I mean, Goodfellas is obviously good N-words.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Casino.
Casino
And nope.
Nope.
So Texas has added the Bible to school curriculum now as of today. But then they also...
I need to look into what that actually entails. Did you?
No, but then they're also doing this voucher thing. So make up your mind. You want no schools or Bible in schools?
You
'Cause
want
they're gonna get the
Bible
in
schools
they're
or
gonna shut
Bible
all
in
the-
schools?
Yeah.
Well, then they're going to shut all the public schools down with the voucher thing anyway. So who fucking cares what the curriculum is? I'm going to have the same talk with my kids that my parents had with me before sex ed. They're like, you don't have to participate in this or listen if you don't want to. There's going to be a lot of worldly ideas. I'm going to have to sit my kids down and be like, they're going to have Bible. Please don't bring that shit home.
Yeah.
We sell crazy someplace else.
Yeah.
We're all stocked up here.
Do that somewhere else. Did your parents make you opt out of the sex ed, or did they just tell you like, hey, close your ears?
They said you can opt out if you want. A lot of your friends from church are opting out, so they'll be in the library also for study break. And then I did, and I got a hand job from one of the girls from my church in the library.
Whoa,
Excellent.
So I got sex ed.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
thanks God.
Yeah.
It was a blessing.
That's
from the
amazing.
I think my parents were like, they need to learn it.
Yeah.
I mean, because we were Baptist and we were pretty evangelical and conservative, but like I don't remember a lot of like what you would say sexual conservatism. It was more like kind of unspoken under the surface. Like it was always there because it was definitely there was shame in like not, especially like anything outside of marriage, right? It was like, that was bad. So it's still bad, but like I don't remember getting a lot of like lectures on sexual morality.
Yeah.
The way that we did it. I don't know. I guess they probably just left it up to the parents.
I think that there's another. So wait, did they opt you out of sex ed?
Oh, no. We had sex ed starting in like 4th grade, right? That's when they first show you like your dick's going to get big and stuff's going to come out of it. You know?
Yeah.
But my parents just seemed to be like, they need to have sexual education. They need to know about these things. You know?
So I think there is some kind of like conservative idea that like kids should learn some shit at school. Like they should go to school and they should learn
because there's
some
10-year-olds that think that you pee in a girl's ear and she gets pregnant or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's weird Uncle Stinky told him on Christmas.
Yeah. But also sex ed I think used to be pretty like calm by today's standards. I think now
now you're going to get all kinds of spectrum-y stuff.
Yeah, there's all sorts of I'm sure
You have to memorize the flag thing.
Right. Like
all the pluses and minuses and infinity symbols.
You need to say all of the
tildes.
letters and stuff.
You put the umlaut over the U.
Yeah.
So you're California sober. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Are you California straight too?
Yeah, I'm California straight. Absolutely.
Just every once in a while, a little bit of
hey, whip it out. Let's see.
pinky
it.
winky.
Give me a little. Get a little.
No, we're having a gay cook over here, Louis Games. You're gonna be sitting by him. I'm gonna tell him you're.
Oh, perfect.
He's straight, but he's California.
He's California straight. Yeah.
You know, the roads in California are a little squirrely around the corners.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Land of fruits and nuts.
Right on the edge of a cliff. You can go right over. And it's all over. Oh, I watched Lonesome Dove, Donnie, finally.
The
Robert
miniseries?
Duvall. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
okay.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for especially for like what 1985 or whenever that was. Have you ever seen the
No.
Lonesome Dove? Have you ever read the book?
No.
Number one, Lonesome Dove is the greatest Western of all time.
Okay.
It is so it's perfect. It's
Really
absolutely
good.
perfect.
Yeah.
But then in like the late 80s, they made, or maybe mid 80s, they did a miniseries of it.
Oh.
And Robert Duvall and
Tommy Lee Jones.
are the main two guys.
Ricky Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder's
Schroeder.
the boy. Yeah.
And the lady from the
Diane Lane.
the goth lady.
Young Diane Lane
the
is like
Addams
the
Family.
hot horror.
Yeah.
You know? Angelica Houston
Angelica
is
Houston.
another person. So it's
Nice,
like,
yeah.
it's awesome. It's,
Gus is a pimp, dude.
dude, yeah.
He's got road whores, and then he comes home to his home whore, and she's like, "Why don't you marry me?" And he's like, "I got too many road whores, I can't." And Tommy Lee Jones is just a piece of shit.
Now, he's just like he's
Beats
like a
everybody
completely
up for no reason.
well. Tommy Lee Jones is like completely socially awkward. He's like the socially awkward cowboy.
He's got a bastard son. He won't even look at him or talk to him at all.
Yeah, he won't
Like-
even acknowledge that it's his son. He's like so like
Just like Owen Wilson.
Whatever. I'm not
he's
your
like
real dad.
autistic. he's like an autistic guy.
I don't give a
Dude.
fuck. You're not
Yeah.
my real son.
You're
Whatever.
not my real son.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Oh, actually, you are, Mike.
yeah.
That's even colder if it's your real
So
son.
they keep checking in with Angela. What's her name?
Angelica
Houston. She's like the nice lady that's back on the farm, and they stop by there every once in a while on their
Yeah.
travels. And every time they stop by, and she's like, "Why don't you do the right thing?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah.
And then they go fuck shit up, and then they come back, and she's like, "Why don't you marry me? My husband's retarded. He got hit and kicked in the head by a horse. He's upstairs. We can go fuck in the next room." No, but I gotta go.
Man. Back when men were men, for Christ's sake.
Some real cowboy shit, man.
That's a good
Yeah,
show.
there's a crazy Indian bad guy who kidnaps the chick Diane Lane and like rides her to his outlaw gang of Indians, and they all rape her. It gets freaking crazy.
Isn't Steve Buscemi raper?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's in it.
Is
gets
Steve
crazy.
Buscemi in it?
Yeah, baby
Holy
Stevie
shit.
Buscemi.
And then Chris Cooper's in it.
He's an actual kid. He's what's
yeah.
up, fellow kids, but he's a real kid.
Yeah, I mean it's
Man.
it's really good. I would recommend it.
Yeah, I have to watch it. Yeah. I got a little time. Are you guys
Yeah.
off at all?
Yeah, I'm off all week.
You're off all week?
Yeah, I'm going to the Weatherford Wednesday, and I'm
Oh,
going to be
nice.
not going to be back till Sunday. I
Oh,
think.
sweet.
I got Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
I'm taking my kids to the city. They want to walk around
Oh, yeah?
alone.
Thursday and Friday?
Yeah,
And walking
wanna-
You're just going to dump them off down there?
yeah. I'm gonna sit at a cafe and
Yeah.
tell them to check in every once in a while.
Yeah.
I might go to that one on South Congress that's all plants hanging down behind at the bottom. I'll show you.
Oh,
some
that
pictures.
place. I know what you're talking about. Right
When
by
are you gonna
yeah.
eat that caramel?
No, not I can't eat that tonight.
I know, but check in with me on
Oh, I
the
will.
holidays and tell
Oh,
me
yeah.
if you're having any fun.
Oh
with it.
yeah. Well, I could also save it to like eat. The thing is, I didn't want to come over here and eat it because then all of the good time would be after that. If I came over here and just
Yeah.
took a little puff off that thing, the good time is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just ate dinner. Like that thing's gonna work its way through my shitter and all that. Like
Here's what pisses me off about edibles. All of a sudden during COVID,
yeah,
we got this stuff,
yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, we have found a loophole in the law."
yeah.
Why didn't you find that 50 years ago? Weed has been illegal. We've had to fucking sit at our dealer's house and pretend to play World of Warcraft or whatever,
Yeah,
and burn rap
some
CDs,
retarded thing.
and
Yeah,
at park at a weird
Yeah.
place, or like stay longer so the police don't think you're there.
right.
Stoners are so lazy. It took them 50 years to figure out this legal loophole.
Yeah. Well, I think there's two answers to
Our
it.
kids will never know what it's like to awkwardly sit on a dirty couch and let someone's dog hump your leg because you have to not leave.
That's true. That's true. I think that there's two things about this. The
You have
first,
to do the dealer dance.
Yeah.
dude, I fucking hated that shit. By the way, it was EverQuest. This fucking kid.
Yeah,
just was playing
they were always playing fucking EverQuest.
Ah, fucking hated
I
EverQuest.
hate when your dealer gives you a bag of weed and he goes, roll a joint.
Yeah,
Like, fucking, I was going to leave and do that with my girlfriend
right. You're the
that
guy
I can't
with
bring
all the
over here
weed.
because you're weird.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know though. I heard there was a farm bill that there was like some weird loophole.
Yeah,
in
So
the farm
maybe
bill.
it was all stuff that was like they hadn't done it because there wasn't a reason to do it. Because if it was illegal, then you might as well just get the flour and the normal THC. But whenever the farm bill had that loophole in it, then they were like, "We know that we can derive THC from hemp."
It was David
Right.
Comey, the dreadlock lawyer.
Yeah,
We have a stoner lawyer
Dude,
from Austin.
that-
was
the
waiting-
lawyer who rocks.
the attorney that rocks, dude.
waiting
Yeah,
with
yeah.
bated breath for
Yeah.
the loophole.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer, actually, and I have dreadlocks. I'm going
What
to
kind
save.
of dude? What person sees that billboard with that fucking over the hill middle aged dude with fucking dreadlocks?
Someone who's in trouble for weed.
Someone does
There
a
you go,
drill for me.
dreadlocks. That guy will help me.
Yeah.
That's
that
the
guy-
kind of guy that I think could get me out.
Hey, Bart.
Yeah, it's basically what's the bus driver's name?
Otto.
Otto. He's Otto. He's
Yeah.
Otto, but he's the lawyer version of Otto. He's like,
Hey,
hey man,
dude.
hey
Hey,
Bart,
dude.
dude.
Hey, dude, you want to get off the charges for weed?
Yeah.
Do you ever have a poop so bad that you courtesy flush because you can smell it?
Yeah.
Because it's sitting on the...
There's a lot going on about your dues tonight. What's
Yeah.
going on here? You've been having some do things?
Well, I worry that it's making my shirt smell. Like if it made it to my nose, it's already been lingering through my T-shirt for
That's
like
true.
that long.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like,
I mean, those are
embarrassed to go-
literal shit particles.
Well,
I mean,
people do walk out of the bathroom and smell like shit sometimes. You're like,
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. If it makes it to your nose, it runs through your shirt already,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, river ran through.
so
it
you
got
might wanna-
caught. It got caught in the fabric.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I come out of the bathroom like this.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, what I like to do
Do
is
not
just
go in there,
I strip completely nude before I go into the bathroom.
Nice.
dude. Naked
Established
shits at
dominance.
home.
Naked shits
Like,
at home are the best.
I think I've done naked shits at home since I can remember taking
I
shits.
got too many people humping
Yeah.
the fucking doorknob every time I take a shit. I can't be naked in there.
Go up to your own bathroom.
I do. That's when it's time to fix the upstairs master bathroom door towel hanger. For some reason,
Man, I'll tell you what. If the kids were in the bathroom while I was taking a shit, I'd be like, that is the reason that they fear me because that happened once.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to talk to anyone while there's stuff coming out of my butt.
No.
No,
That's
I-
never been a thing. There's nothing important enough.
There was an
fire
entire-
or blood.
No.
There was an entire Rick and Morty episode about it where
There's
Rick
other
had his
dimension.
own planet,
Yeah.
uninhabited planet he could go to take a shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's how we should all be.
Right.
Everyone should be like that. Anybody who's like, of course, I mean, in prison or whatever, you have to like,
Yeah. Or
the
you,
military or something.
Right,
But I'm like,
there-
anyone who
yes.
has the option should never, ever, ever take a shit anywhere near anyone else.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I was in the office last week, and I take a shit at the office, and it's fucking miserable, man. Like I hate going in there and just being like,
Yeah, I hate it going in there and hearing other people do that shit. Like, you disgusting fucking animal.
dude,
You
yeah.
disgusting,
Yeah.
disgusting animal.
Do that at home,
Yeah.
unless it's me, and then I have complete empathy for myself.
Well, if it's me, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a home shitter. Like that, you remember American Pie where
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid would go home to take a shit?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that was totally me. you
Yeah.
know? I would not take a shit at school. I can't remember. I maybe never took a shit at school. I don't
Dude.
remember ever taking a shit at school.
My kid says he takes 3 shits a day at school every day. He said he's taken something like 70 shits at school so
Established
far this
dominance.
year. See,
Keep a shit journal.
dude, yeah. Well, he said every time he does it, he texts his friends,
Yeah.
and so
I'm
they have
pooping.
like a running tally.
You pooping?
So you pooping? So he told me the other day he puked at school.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you guys this, but he's never missed a day of high school.
Nice.
And so the other day
Good lad.
he was at school and he threw up.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck, I have to go home." But he's in the bathroom, so he throws up, and then he takes a shit, and then he goes to grab toilet paper. There's no toilet paper, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he's like, "Dad, like I had diarrhea. I like poop all over the place, and there's like vomit all over the place." He's like, "So I stick my head over the stall into the main like bathroom area, and I'm like, hey, bro." Can you throw me a wad of toilet paper? And the kid's like, no, dude, that's weird. And he's like, man, I'm really sick. Please, like, there's no toilet paper.
I'm already
in
looking
here.
at you.
I'm standing here looking at you.
It's about to get weirder if you don't give me some fucking
Right.
toilet paper.
And the kid's
coming
like,
in there.
the kid's like, no, that's weird, dude. And he's like, and he's about to walk out of the bathroom. And I go, hey, you fucking piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit. I can't fucking believe that a piece of shit like you can even. And he's like, I totally lost it, Dad. He's like, I was so mad. He's like, the guy, like, he couldn't help like a fellow human being in need. I'm like, yeah.
He knew that Jacob was trapped.
Yeah.
He couldn't do anything.
And he couldn't do anything. He's like, I got a good
hands
look at his
tied.
face. And he's like, I walked out of the bathroom. And he's like, and then
Where's that motherfucker?
I went back into the
find his
bathroom and
car.
puked again. And I called you because I had to come home.
So we've been playing Would You Still Bang? Yasmin Bleeth, Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, no.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda or Jane Fonda?
Bridget Fonda.
Which one's Bridget Fonda?
Bridget Fonda's
Point of no return.
Oh, yeah.
Single white female.
That's what she looks like now.
Let me see. Yeah.
I found a winner that I would totally still bang. Rebecca Gayheart from the Noxzema
Okay,
commercial.
yeah.
Okay,
not
yeah,
bad,
sure.
not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
We were joking about how hilarious it is that women age out faster than dudes. Like Sean Connery's getting ass when he's 100. Jack Nicholson still tells girls what to do all day.
Right.
And women are like, someone please look at me.
Yeah.
I'm worth nothing without...
You have to make a whole
Without
movie
your
about
attention.
me where a younger version of me comes out of my back.
And dudes are like,
have you heard about The Substance yet?
Oh, no. What is that?
It's a kind of a body horror-ish type movie about like Demi Moore takes a drug that makes a younger version of herself grow out from inside her and come out of her body, and then goes and does all the things. Then it has to come crawl back into her or something. I don't know.
Wow,
that is what's her name? Andy McDowell's daughter, I think. That actress that she was in.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who. God damn it! I picture her face.
She's Andy McDowell and a famous guy, a famous guy's daughter. Hang on, let me look it up. Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
Margaret Qualley is the younger version of Demi
More like
Moore.
Margaret Quality.
That comes out of Demi Moore's like rips out of her back
Quantity.
because she takes the
Got
substance.
quantities.
Yeah. Anyway,
Did you see it?
No, I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I've just heard about it
Yeah.
from other people who have. They're like, you got to watch the substance or whatever.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've just been watching chick shows. That's all that's been
It's
going
a
on.
trick show. Substances for girls.
Yeah, it's definitely convince your wife.
So
to
last
watch.
week we were talking
Yeah.
about what's your most
Yeah.
recent porn search, or what's your go-to if you're trying to finish quick.
Finish quick.
Or just what's your habit? Like what's your cycle like?
Yeah,
Like,
your best friend,
I mean,
old reliable,
to be honest, anything. I'll tell you what
old faithful.
what I
It makes
don't
the
like.
geyser go off.
I don't like all the step family porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's just like
well, the problem with this with the family stuff is that all the hottest chicks are doing that.
yeah.
So the ones that you want to watch, you're like, all right, well, I guess I just gotta.
I guess
they're gonna make
I
it
guess gotta
realistic.
grin and bear this stepsister porn.
Yeah.
If they're gonna make it realistic, they should use the VHS filter with the ear in the corner and the timer
Right.
and the battery. Then
Yeah.
it looks like a home
Yeah.
camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mom,
Not like oh, we have in our family we have $10,000 worth of camera
4K
equipment laying around.
Sony Red.
That's my problem with it. It's just not realistic because of the camera's too good.
our house somehow looks like it's staged for a real estate thing because there's nothing in this house that we filmed the porn in.
Yeah,
It's
like no, there needs to be like clutter. There needs to be
Yeah.
undone homework and mail on the table and
have
shit.
you ever noticed
like,
how like the houses are like these like Hollywood Hills houses that probably some production company has, and it's like staged to like.
Yeah.
I'm getting really into the cinematography and the set dressing of porn, but
Dude,
what's
I
it
wonder if
called? The
there's-
threshold of disbelief.
yeah, the suspension of
If
disbelief.
there's
Yeah.
something I
suspension.
hate worse, it's having my disbelief shattered.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
By the
they
porn
don't really
and jerk
live in
off.
that house. That's
Yeah.
a set.
I believe
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
his sister, but that is not their house. That is
Yeah.
bullshit.
that's
Oh,
why
I'm like, if you're gonna film the porn in a random hotel room, at least make it part of the plot that the brother and the sister have to share a bed
Right.
in the hotel
Right.
room, right?
and put it
Right.
from the upper corner because it's on the hotel camera.
Right.
It's hidden behind
right.
the clock.
Exactly.
That one's called Spy
Yeah.
Fam, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a play on words.
I mean, I guess probably just it's probably just mostly like anal stuff, to be honest. So there's something about
Surprise anal? I
Pregnant
love
anal.
surprise anal.
Pregnant
Yeah.
anal. Yeah.
pregnant anal. Yeah, there's different spins on anal. Pregnant anal is definitely one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise anal's the best if they show her face.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
oh,
ooh. The problem is once again, they're never actually surprised. So they knew that was coming.
one of the guys last week was like BBW POV, and I was like, must be nice to have an abbreviation because the thing I like is too many words.
What is it?
It's when she's fingering herself and she's got a dick in her mouth and she's like morph, 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 and she's like coming from her what she's doing, but then also she's got a mouthful of dick.
Yeah.
But then I remembered my other one that's even more of a favorite than that. It's the BJ mid sentence.
Oh.
There's like Spanish news broadcaster lady that's still on the news in Spanish, and some dude just comes up and goes, she's
Dude.
talking, it's like, aguardientes por lo pueden oler a That's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, just because of the misogyny.
You-
this
right,
is what
right.
you're for.
Yeah.
This is what your face is for.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
You thought you could be president?
You thought you could be president? I'm gonna cum all over her face.
Yeah.
Come all over her fur burger.
All right, and with that, we're going to switch over to a stream. We're going to probably talk about jerking off some more, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Thanks for hanging out, Chris.
Hey, I'm happy to see you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
You said you're going to stick around for a little bit, right?
I
You're going to miss out
just
about
said
Kentavious.
I'm happy to see you
Let's
guys.
talk about Kentavious in a second.
We're ending
Spoiler
the
alert.
podcast. Like.